In this video, we're going to go over several pieces of amazing workflow wisdom that I've learned editing for like the last 15 years. It's just a little coffee chat, a little real talk, and let's do it. So first of all, I posted a video the other day on how to learn really quickly. And this is probably my biggest piece of advice. And so if you haven't checked that out, check it out here. But that kind of builds from our first principle here, which is you have to put in time and effort to actually practice, focused practice to build your editing skills, because experience is key. The more ways that you can hack your experience, that means get a whole bunch of experience in a small amount of time with small effort, the better. Because think about the difference if you sit down to edit a YouTube video and it's the 100th video that you've edited versus the first video that you've edited. How much more comfortable are you going to be with the 100th video? So the more reps that you can get in on any skill that you want to learn, the better. And a lot of what we'll talk about in this video is based on that one principle. For this example, we're going to talk about shooting like a 30-second short film. This is something that anyone can do no matter what kind of gear you have. If you have a cell phone of some kind, a smartphone that's been made in the last few years, you can probably do this. One of the best pieces of advice I can give you is start making stuff. Shoot little dumb films with your phone or with your camera or whatever equipment that you have. One thing I like to do is kind of take baby steps. So if I have the goal of making a award-winning short film that wins at a festival, and right now I have no idea how to do any of that, start out with just your guess on the first step. So maybe it's get a camera and shoot a shot of somebody looking into a field. Go and get your camera and shoot that shot. It doesn't have to be the perfect actor or actress. It can be your dog. It can be a teddy bear. Get that shot and bring it into Resolve and edit it and color correct it and render it out, because that gives you so much experience. Once you do that, go back and shoot 2 shots and go through the same thing again. Do 3 shots, do the same thing again. Reshoot it 10 times. This is all just a game of experience. Do the first step so much that it feels ridiculous that you're practicing it again. Once you get just absolutely mind-numbingly bored, that's about the time you can move on to something a little bit more intense. So that's kind of the first point here, is learn in chunks, do easy stuff a lot. Do it a lot. Do it until it's easy. Next, if you're going to shoot a movie, I would recommend doing a run through. What the heck is a run through? A lot of people, when they're shooting a movie, will write the script and then plan out a shot list and do a storyboard and all of that. And those are all great things. And if those are things that you really like, then absolutely do that. But what I really like, because I'm not like a super organized person, is I like to shoot a rough draft of the movie before I shoot the real one. And that's what we call a run through. So if it's a person coming out of their door and walking to the car, looking around and getting in the car, we'll go out and shoot some rough version of that. Maybe not even with the right actor, maybe not in the right place, not the right car, but some version of that story with similar shots and similar framing. Doesn't even have to be the same camera, it could be on your phone or whatever, and bring that in and edit it. Because more than likely, you're gonna see, oh, actually, we need this other shot that I didn't even think about getting. That would make this a lot better. Or, oh, it doesn't make sense for him to walk from left to right. He should be walking right to left. Think about the last time you were editing a video and you looked at it and you go, gosh, we should have gotten that shot. Just do that first. Make all of your mistakes quickly with the rough draft. Make the entire movie a couple times. And then when it comes time to actually use the real actors in the real locations, and you're spending money on pizza and all the other things that are involved in an indie production, this is the 3rd time you've made this same movie and you know exactly what to do. You have the experience. That's an experience hack. Again, run through, such a good idea. Another great thing about having a run through is you can get feedback early. Lately, I've become really excited with getting feedback on things that I'm working on before I put a whole bunch of time into it. I want to think about all of the different aspects of this before I put a bunch of time and energy into something. And so the run through is a perfect thing. You can show this run through movie to your mom and your friends and everybody, and make sure that the story makes sense, make sure that the shots look decent, make sure that the shots are telling the story that you want, make sure that the pacing is decent, and you can get feedback early when it's really easy to change stuff. You can get an extra shot and throw it in there even though the lighting doesn't match. And you can get a really good idea of that story and incorporate the feedback that people give you without having to spend a bunch of time and energy and money on actually creating your real movie yet. A run through is just one way to kind of check if all of the parts work first. It's kind of similar to running through your workflow beforehand. This happens so often, right? Like I'll see somebody watch a YouTube video that makes it seem really simple to do XYZ, and they'll go, oh, okay, for my movie, I'll just do XYZ. but they don't have any experience. They don't know the intricacies of why something might be a lot harder than it seems like it is on a tutorial. But the tutorial makes it look easy, and so they go, okay, we'll just shoot the movie and then we'll do this effect infusion, or we'll green screen this guy out or whatever. And the truth is, things are almost never as easy as they seem like they're going to be. A while back, we got really excited about making videos with Unreal Engine, and there are tons of videos on how to do this kind of thing in Unreal from people that have a lot of experience with Unreal Engine. And they make it seem really simple. And so we were like, yeah, no problem. And it was a freaking nightmare. It was so hard because we just didn't have much experience. And when you get in the weeds in your own context, in your own project, things aren't as easy as that, which again goes back to try it out early. Do some test shots, do some test renders, make sure it looks the way that you want. Go through every part 2 or 3 times until it just feels stupid. And then when it really counts, things aren't so stressful. So far, we've talked a lot about prep and practice and just building your skills. Here's a couple wisdom nuggets from years of doing this that are just a little bit more practical.